Wait, come back. There, you found me. It's Mitch's Fake Radio. Hey, check it out. Hi, you guys. Episode number 7 of Mitch's Fake Radio is on your fake radio, on your what you call it? The internet. Yeah, that's what it's on. So that's pretty cool. It's great to be back. I'm so glad to be back with you once again. We got some great stuff coming up on this episode. On episode number 7, I've been doing this 7 months. I'm digging it. And my producers are also as ecstatic as I am. It's pretty neat that in that 7 months time, this show, I think, has progressively gotten a little bit better. Maybe just Tony says he showed me like less than 1/4 of an inch. But Heather, she said bigger than 1/4 inch. So that's really good. Actually, it's pretty neat because we're also being broadcast on the Solid State Radio, solidstateradio.net. That's located down in Lapeer, but it's worldwide on the internet. So they're replaying my show, and they're also replaying the Don't Make This Weird podcast. So that's pretty doggone exciting. So we thank them for coming on board. It's the beginning of the network, you guys. The simulcast of many, many stations as we get bigger and bigger, and who knows what it'll turn into. Great stuff coming up on this episode, though. We're going to have some fun with Mitch's Kitchen. I have an extended episode of Mitch's Kitchen. I'm going to cook an entire meal in real time on Fake Radio. No kidding. No jokes about it. It's going to be an actual meal. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, a brand new segment that we've just brought on. I found this thing. It's Audio Cops, and it's really neat. I think it's going to be great. Hopefully, we've got some logistics to work out. We'll get that and be able to play it hopefully every month. Audio Cops. I think you'll really enjoy that. Also going to talk about my Black Friday shopping. That was pretty cool. I've been doing some dog sitting, so I'm hanging with that. That's pretty fun to dog sit. And why do I pull this out of my pocket? I don't know, because I have a whole stack. I found a bunch of plastic in the basement. I found a Subway gift card. I found a Speedway fuel card, a Speedway cash gift card, a Speedway cash gift card, a Speedway cash gift card, a Walmart baby cash card, another Walmart baby card. I don't know how I got baby cards. That's kind of weird. And then there's another Walmart card. So I'm going to go find out if there's any money on any of these. Wouldn't it be cool if there's like $30 on something? I'm pretty excited about that. Let's see. I thought I would mention that I've noticed my cat Balls. If you don't know, I have a wonderful red cat. His name is Balls, and he has really socked on the weight, or what he looks like he has. He's really put on a lot of weight as these winter months have come. And I've noticed in the past that he's kind of bulked up and his fur gets really thick and he's eating more. And so I thought today I was going to find out. So I called the vet to find out how much he weighed in the middle of summer. And he wasn't that bad. He was 11.3 pounds. So I thought, I'm going to weigh him. So I got on the scales tonight and I checked my weight. And then I picked him up and got on the scales and checked his weight. I subtracted it, 11.2 pounds. He's actually 1/10 of a pound less than he was in the summer. So his thick coat just looks like he's added like 1.5 pounds. It's amazing. He's just so fluffy. And my son just saw him for the first time in, I don't know, probably a month. And he just couldn't believe it. He was so luscious and thick and scrumptious feeling. He's a great cat. I love Balls. He's my little buddy. I've introduced a laser pointer into the house, and Balls is digging it. And in fact, I might wind up getting some audio of him chasing the laser pointer. He did catch it and he ate it once. So I had to hit him on the back of the head and he coughed up the little red dot and landed back on the floor. So that was pretty cool. But he's a great cat. I love that cat. So what time is? I know I need to keep an eye open for the weather forecast that could be coming. Another 3 minutes or so. Okay. Also, took on another sponsor. This is going to be coming up a little later in the hour. Took on a sponsor for a live read, as they call it in broadcasting. They call it that in real radio and fake radio, the live read. And it's a product that we have to talk about, and then we get paid, usually get paid per item sold on that, whatever it is we're talking about. So that's coming up later this hour. Also, we're going to go back to 1996 near the end of the hour for some recordings of me doing some voiceover work all the way back from 1996. That is, let's do the math. 96, 06, 16, 17, 18. That's 22 years ago. My voice has hardly changed at all in all that time. But I've done a lot of voiceover work, and this was a really cool, it was like an awards show thing that I did way back when. And so I'm pretty excited about playing some of that for you. And I'm starting a new thing that at the end of each Mitch's Fake Radio episode, I'm going to give a quote, kind of like to sign off with. And it's going to be an original Mitch quote from my personal, my mod from right down here. If you were looking at me, you'd see I'm pointing at my balls right now. But it's from me, and it's a quote from deep inside of me, and I'm going to give it to you at the end of each episode. Words to live by. And I felt really good about this one when I came up with it just the other day. I thought, I'm going to end every show with a quote. Why not? Is it just about that time? I think it is. Hit it.
On Mitch's Fake Radio, we do weather on the 8th. That means 8 minutes after every hour, we do the weather. Here's Mitch and the weather.
The weather forecast tonight, cloudy, overnight low around 26. Tuesday, it'll be cloudy with a high of 30, low 27. Tuesday night, cloudy, chance of snow and a low of 24. School
For the
closing.
latest up-to-the-minute forecast, listen to Mitch's Fake Radio. 8 minutes after every hour for the latest forecast with Mitch on Mitch's Fake Radio, right here on Strange Friends Media.
Dang it. I can never get it in there. Shoot. All right, I was going to go ahead and mention the school closings that we've got a school closing. Actually, Carroll Community Schools are closed for tomorrow. That we just found that out on the interweb here tonight. So if you are listening and you have a child in school tomorrow, you better get out the Ouija board or something. No, that's probably too creepy. Get out the what's that stacking game? Jenga. Yeah, play some Jenga. That's old school. Do that and keep them home all day tomorrow. I'm going to take a quick break here, and then we'll talk about Black Friday shopping. This portion of Mitch's Fake Radio is brought to you by Garage Sales. Please visit a garage sale today. They are everywhere, featuring items such as balls of yarn, yo-yos, calculators, humidifiers, dehumidifiers, and old couches that sometimes have money in them. Records, 8-tracks, cassettes, and CDs full of music with Bachman Turner Overdrive, Tanya Tucker, Warrant, and Jim Neighbors, just to name a few. Need a Showtime rotisserie or a telescope on a tripod that still sort of works, or maybe a flip phone? You'll find it at a garage sale. Garage sales are open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, roughly 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. No early sales, please. Now accepting cash only. All items are sold as is, and a no cash return is in effect. Remember, if the driveway's blocked, that doesn't mean you can park on the grass. Please visit a garage sale this weekend and tell them you heard about it on Mitch's Fake Radio. Yeah, I don't know. I think that ad is a little out of season, don't you think? I don't know if there's very many garage sales going on right now, but we're glad to have them as a sponsor anyhow. Speaking of shopping, we just had Thanksgiving, so we had Black Friday shopping. Yeah, and I went out. So here's a little audio. I started out by returning a cart from the parking lot, because that's how I roll. That's just the kind of guy I am. You guess where I went? Goodwill? Yeah, of course. That's where I did my Black Friday shopping. Oh, sorry. That smell of Goodwill sometimes kind of hits you when you walk in the door. Anyhow, I had fun. I love the electronics section of Goodwill. It's always fun to root through there. And I never know what I'm going to find in there on those shelves. And a lot of times they're kind of outdated pieces of electronics, but I really don't care. I just like looking at them. It's fun. And I like the metals section. I like to get down there and look at all kinds of different stuff in there. Had a coupon. My Goodwill Industries of Mid-Michigan Friday Facebook coupon, 50% off any regular price item. Good not only Friday, but Saturday and Sunday also. In fact, I bought 4 items that day. That's right. What did I buy? Let's see. I brought a nice little round pewter soap dish. I also bought 2 wire little stands that you could rest a picture frame on that would hold it up on a table. Or you could put a commemorative plate on it from like the Franklin Mint or something like that. And I use them for my phone, though, so I can watch videos or read. That's kind of nice. What else? I got a brand new pair of Panasonic headphones, earbuds. That was very nice. And, back to the wire stand, I also, I use it to read with my phone. And I also prop my book on there, my hardcover books that I buy. Sometimes at Goodwill, I put a couple of chip clips on the book to hold it open. That way I can read absolutely hands-free without touching the book. That's how lazy a reader I am. When I'm just so lazy I can't do it, I just prop that book up there and use those chip clips and enjoy that. It makes it clearly effortless. Plus, that way I can hold my magnifying glass so I can see the very small print. Why don't they make book print larger on books? I mean, who reads books? Let's think about it. Old people, right? And guess what? Old people can't see for shit. So you want to use a magnifying glass. That's what I have to use. So I have to use this thing to prop it up so I can see the print. I mean, I really think that they should just go ahead and print all books in large print. I mean, when you think about a kid can go ahead and read smaller print and they just read the book, who gives a shit? And of course, they go, look at this really big print. What is this for an old person? Yeah, it is. You little young fuck. Your perfect eyes. Of course it's for an old person. We got to be able to see. Jeez. One day it's going to come after you. One day you'll be 43 years old. You'll be signing your name. You'll be looking down at your desk. You'll be at work signing your name and go, what? Am I holding 3 ink pens? What the hell's going on with my eyesight? I can't see. And then you'll try to zoom in on it. You'll try to look at it. Oh my God, what the fuck is happening to me? And then you'll leave work that day. You'll stop into Walgreens. You go to Walgreens and you look at the reading glasses. They call them cheaters. I'm wearing them right now. And you'll put on a pair. You go, 0.25. Oh, that's pretty good. I can do that. About 6 months later, you go, it's starting to look fuzzy again. So you'll put on 0.50. Oh, that's better. So you buy those. You got to throw the 0.25s away because you can't leave them laying around the house because you pick them up, think they're good. No, you can't see it. So then 6 months, year goes by, 0.75. Another 6 months, 1.0, 1.25, 3, 4, 5 years. You're 54 years old. You're up to 1.75. That's where I'm at, 1.75. Yep, I'm wearing them right now. And they work really good because like right now I could see my producers like if I zero in on Tony, I could see Tony. He's wearing blue jeans and a blue shirt, and he's holding an ink pen. He looks good. But if I take the glasses off right there, it looks like he has an assistant, and he's wearing a matching outfit. They look like they're holding crack pipes, and they're both running a sewing machine. Great. Let me put the glasses on. There he is. Hi, Tony. Oh, he was fingering me, actually, the whole time. So it's kind of a bitch. But it happens to all of us, and we do what we can, and we just try to buy large print books on eBay. That's what I do every time I look. First, I will go ahead and I will dig deep to see if that book was produced in large print to begin with, because if it was, then I'm going to be able to probably find that. So that's it. I should probably talk about my books, but I don't have them all right in front of me. I'm on a book reading rampage. When I can squeeze it in, I'm reading. I have read 3 full books this year. That's starting in the summer. Up to now, 3 books. And I'm halfway done with my 4th book. And I have 5 and 6 ready to go. You've read 9? Tony has? Wow. Nice job. That's good. I got some reading to do. Clearly, I'm a little bit more busy and have more important things to do than you do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He's crying. All right. Well, let's see. It is just about 8:15 on this Monday night, episode 7 of Mitch's Fake Radio. Thanks a million for tuning in. It is time for our next episode of Mitch's Kitchen. I'm very excited to do this for you. It's a long one, so you might want to get a pencil and paper, sit down, grab yourself a beer or a cocktail or whatever, and just kick back and listen and check out this episode of Mitch's Kitchen. Here we go. Hey, welcome to another episode of Mitch's Kitchen. It's so good to see you. Well, to hear you. I guess I can't see you or hear you at all. You could just hear me. But I'm glad to be here with you. What I'm going to do is I want to cook something for you in real time. And the situation is I'm not cooking a lot of meat lately because I haven't been eating meat Monday through Thursday, just Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I'm not cooking much. So what I want to do for you is I want to cook some shrimp. And I've got a large bag of raw shrimp, shell on, easy peel, tail on. These have been deveined, so there's no poop. It's not too much poop to eat because there isn't any. And I'm just dump those right into a bowl of hot water. There's about 13 large shrimp in there. This bag cost me like $5.50 for 31 to 40 shrimp. So that is going to thaw in real time, okay? Meanwhile, I'm going to get out some stuff to do a quick salad because I feel like a salad. So I'm getting out some lettuce. I don't have a whole lot of items. I got lettuce. I have green olives, some jalapeno slices, and some mild banana peppers. I love those. It's going simple. I'm going to do a little blue cheese, Ken's Steakhouse blue cheese. I got to grab a cutting board, and I'm going to check my shrimp. Yep, it's thawing. I'm going to go ahead and run some hot water, drain off this water, and put in some fresh hot water because we're doing this in real time. This is to show you that you can cook really good in a very short amount of time with minimal mess and knowledge about cooking. So I pulled out a cutting board, and I've got that right there on the counter. It's all right in front of me. I'm going to get... Oh, there's my noisy drawer. Probably the noisiest drawer in America because I have really shitty ancient cabinets. And I'm actually in talks with a couple of craftsmen that are going to start remodeling my kitchen very soon. Got my head of lettuce here. I'm going to whack off a chunk of that and give that a quick chop, keeping the end of my left hand, those fingers curled under as I chop so I don't cut the ends of my fingers off. kind of got to grab the lettuce like a gorilla sort of, you know, like a monkey, so you don't cut your fingers off. There's my lettuce in the bowl. I'm using a utensil to get the olives out of the jar. Sure I am. And I'll give a rough chop on those olives. Step back over here and check my shrimp. See how that's doing? Ooh, that's just about thawed. I'm going to leave it right in that water. Let that thaw a little bit more. And pull a paper towel here. I need some banana peppers. Give these a quick whack. Just a rough chop. Kind of urban peasant style. Get a few jalapenos, not too many because they're kind of spicy. I don't want to screw me up. All right, let's throw that right into my bowl. Very simple salad. I got a couple cherry tomatoes here. They're on their last leg. They really need to be eaten. They're starting to get kind of wrinkly. Looks like the tomatoes are getting stretch marks, which is sort of gross to think about. So there's that. There's a little bit of dressing. There's some salt, fresh ground salt, fresh ground pepper, the most badass pepper grinder I've ever used in my life. $1 at a garage sale. Hello. Whoa. Need a fork. I'm going to give it a quick toss on the salad. Oh my God, that looks like a really beautiful, relatively healthy salad, except for probably the fatty blue cheese dressing, but I didn't put very much on it because I got some tomato and other stuff going on in there. Nice, simple salad. All right, so I'm going to take my cutting board over here to the area by the stove. I'm going to come over here to my super squeaky cupboards. Ooh, there's the fenugreek seeds. Remember, don't eat that shit. It'll gag you. I'm going to set this down, and I'm going to loosen up my garlic. And a couple cloves of garlic here. And I'm going to cut the ends off of them because it got some age on them. There we go. That's cool. And I'm going to give it a lean with the knife. You just kind of put some pressure on it, and the skin comes right off. I want 3 good-sized cloves of garlic for this shrimp because I like it that way. I like to be able to taste that in there. Okay, I got the skin off of there. Now I'm going to give these a quick rough chop. Oh, got some skin on there. Oops, sorry about that. No, that's a little too noisy for you, probably. Okay, there's my garlic scooted aside. Let's take care of this onion real quick. Onion's going to go fast. I use a full tennis ball size onion, and I'm going to eat the whole thing because I'll show you how I'm going to cook this. It's going to go pretty fast, actually. The cooking for this does go fast. I'm telling you. Just a quick chop on this onion. Again, keeping those fingers curled under so you don't cut yourself, because I will have a tough time dialing the phone if I whack off. Well, I'm not going to whack off because that would be appropriate. But if I cut my fingers off, there we go. That's all nicely cut up, ready to go. I'm going to grab my pan over here, get some heat going. That's on high. I'm going to grab my avocado oil. And set that back down there. I'm going to put some avocado oil in here. I got, it's like cover maybe a quarter of the bottom of the pan. Well, this is going to be a long one, you guys. I don't know how entertaining this is going to be. It's certainly no, gourmet kitchen style stuff. I'll never forget an episode of Great Chefs that used to be on A&E during the day. This Great Chefs episode had this French guy on there, and I may have told this story before. I'm not sure, but anyhow, he's cooking something. There's some cool jazz music playing, and also I want you to know I have drained the shrimp, and I'm throwing them onto a paper towel to get the water off of them. I'm gonna pat them down with the paper towel. So anyhow, this French guy is cooking this food, and he's making a sauce, and you can't understand a word he's saying. He's just mumbling in French. He says, cream, heavy cream, you know? And so anyhow, he grabs a spatula out of the cupboard, or out of the implement jar, and he starts making this sauce. I noticed the spatula he's using is melting. It's melting into the sauce. So it's like, that's great. You're making a 5-star dish of melted spatula with a delicate cream sauce. Nice seasoning. And speaking of seasoning, the seasoning I'm using for this dish for you today is what I call Mitch's Mix. Very simple combination of Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and fresh ground salt, fresh ground pepper. It's that simple. And what we've done here is we've got the avocado oil, 100% pure avocado oil in the pan. If you catch light in it, you can see that the oil is starting to move. So what I'm going to do is just shake some of my Mitch's Mix onto my shrimp, right on the paper towel. There we go. And kind of push it around a little bit. A lot of this cooking is one-handed, just for your pleasure. All right, I'm gonna lay these in here. The oil has started to move. I'm putting the shrimp in. There we go. They're all in there. My stove is a little bit crooked, so I got to rotate my pan because the oil will run to the other side of the pan. I got to get under there and level it out. But anyhow, this shrimp does not have to cook very long. I'm cooking it on high, and I literally want them to cook like a minute on each side, and that's it. Just to where it turns pink, and then I'm going to flip it over. It's pretty simple stuff. People think shrimp is a big deal, but it's not. There's no melted kitchen utensils in this dish. I am using tongs, but I'm being very careful not to touch my nonstick pan because I'd be really mad at myself if I ruin them. So I'm already flipping the shrimp. It's already cooked on one side completely. Cooking on the other side. Here it's snapping. Oh my God, that's smelling really good. Oh yeah, baby. You give the whole pan a little shake. There we go. And you know what? That is like literally done. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this shrimp out of here because I think that's cooked. Let me flip one over. Yeah, it's done. I'm going to pull those out. That's all there is to it. That's all the time it takes to cook shrimp. If you are done listening, you want to go back and time me on the total time it took to cook that shrimp, you'd see both sides got cooked in literally like 3 minutes or something. So now I set the phone down so I can push my garlic and onions into the pan. I'm going to throw in some Mitch's Mix in with that. Switching to a full non-meltable spatula. To cook this, I am going to maybe add just another little tiny splash of avocado oil. There we go. Give that a turn, and come over here. Get the butter. Oh, that butter looks questionable. So we'll just not use that. We'll come over here and get some butter out of the fridge. And these onions are almost done. Meanwhile, I'm going to cut a nice little pad of butter off of the stick. Throw that in. Actually, I did two pads of butter because I'm decadent like that every once in a while. I'm going to have a little butter. So I'm stirring my onions and garlic around in this butter in the pan that already cooked the shrimp. And they are about 98% cooked. I'll flip some over the back of the pan. And then I'm going to throw the shrimp back in. So the shrimp are just getting tossed in this butter, onions, and garlic. That, Mitch's Fake Radio listeners, is done. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's that simple, that easy, that fast. I'm going to come over here, skip the bite of salad, and I'm going to try a piping hot shrimp with onions and garlic. I'm going to try one. I like it with the skin on because I'm a maniac. Oh, man. That's really good. I nailed it again. Actually, I'm going to put a little salt on it. Oh, good hot shrimp, man. There's just nothing like it. A little more fresh ground pepper. A little more on my salad. That just hit the phone. I hope it didn't break my screen. That's it. This edition of Mitch's Kitchen. Shrimp right out of the freezer, into hot water, thawed them, cooked them, onions, garlic, seasoning, Mitch's Mix seasoning. I made a salad. It's all completely done, if you can believe that. All inside of 16 minutes. But actually, I'll probably cut off the salad because this segment is entirely too long. So that's it for Mitch's Kitchen. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. Eat hearty, eat well, and don't be afraid to cook something really fun and simple in the kitchen. But just don't lose a finger. Thank you for listening.
That's some pretty good advice. Don't lose a finger. What'd you think of that? I don't know what people thought of that really, but I felt really good about it. That was all one take, people. You'd think this is fake radio and it's all fake, but actually that was one solid take. I cooked the entire meal. I had like a moment of meditation in my kitchen before I did. I thought, can I go from start to finish and completely, I didn't have anything out or anything ready, nothing. It's like I walked into the kitchen, I sat down on my favorite kitchen stool. And I thought about it for a couple of minutes, and then I thought, I'm going to cook an entire meal from start to finish. And I did. And then I took my phone into the dining room. I sat down and I plugged my exterior speaker into it. I put my meal down and I listened to the entire episode while I ate it. And I finished the last bite right as it ended. It took me about 6 minutes to clean up, 7 minutes to clean up the whole thing. So I completely ate dinner cooked and cleaned up everything inside of 40 minutes. That's pretty cool. I feel very good about that. I want to give a couple of shout outs to Sasha and Captain Kirk. Apparently, I met Captain Kirk at Goodwill that one day. No, I don't remember at all. But thanks a lot for listening, Captain Kirk. He wants to know if I can flip the shrimp in the air like they do on TV. No, and I'll tell you why. Because people that flip the shrimp in the air fuck with it too long and they overcook it and they ruin it. And then it turns into rubber bouncing shrimp, not only flying. That's why I don't eat at Genji's, because they're monkeying with the shrimp too much and they ruin it. You need to get it on the heat and get it off the heat, because it is a delicate, succulent, wonderful little morsel of fish that's so good. So don't be afraid of shrimp. That whole bag was like $5.40 for 31 to 40 shrimp. Deveined. Poop removed, people. Poop removed. I mentioned solidstateradio.net earlier, but I forgot to mention Solid State Live at the Picks. That is a monthly show. It's coming up. It's usually the second Friday of each month. The next one comes up on December 7th. It is at the Picks Theater in downtown Lapeer. And it's a great show. We have live music and comedy. And I host it and I bring in a comedian. Now, there was a scheduling faux pas last month, or a snafu. Is that it? Situation normal, all fucked up. That's what snafu is. Anyhow, Diego got double booked that day, Diego Atanasio, and he is my comedian. So he said he would do next month. So he's going to be there on December 12th. He sent me a picture of his calendar showing that it's really in there. So he's going to be there. Also, musical guest Scott Gus Green. And I checked out some of his music. He's really good. Kind of a ballsy, sort of Americana rocker. Good stuff. Really sounded good. So that should make for a very cool show. It's a 1-hour program. Starts at 7 p.m. at the Picks Theater, December 12th in Lapeer. If you go, we'll go eat chicken wings together afterwards. That's what I do every month. I was going to one place, but I'm gonna try Cheers down the other way. It's another bar. They also have unbreaded chicken wings, so I'm pretty excited about that. So that takes care of that. We're not leaving anything out. This is great. I appreciate you tuning in to Mitch's Fake Radio this month. Thank you. I mentioned I was going to talk about dog sitting, doing a little dog sitting. I have a squeaky chair, don't I? We're going to have to fix that. We need some oil, or a totally steel chair with no goddamn squeaks. Okay. So anyhow, I'm dog sitting for a friend a few days this week, kind of juggling between balls at home and these dogs that I have to watch kind of closely. So that's working out pretty good. Doing this for a friend. Of course, my friend is a human friend, because I could be talking about a dog, because dogs are man's best friend. And if it was a dog friend, he could have said, "Hey Mitch, hey Mitch, you want to watch me for a few days while my owner's out of town, huh? You can stay with me. You can feed me. You can give me water. You let me out in the yard. I can play. I'll play fetch. You can give me a treat. You got to pick up my poop, because I poop a lot. Will you do that for me, Mitch? And then we can sit in the recliner together, because I like to watch TV with my owner. He's really good to me. He gives me lots of love. Give me lots of love." So none of that shit happened. It was a human friend that said, "Hey, will you do me a favor and dog sit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'd be glad to do that." So that's what I'm doing. And these dogs are, these dogs are very animated. They are little dogs, and they do just the craziest stuff. And I've got some audio of some of the things that they do around the house. That's it's a little bit crazy. So I'm just gonna play some of these for you so you can hear this is what I'm dealing with. Good bit of the time. running around and just kind of being crazy. So that's a little bit nuts. And, whoa, you get a little bit rambunctious here and there. And then there's they what they'll do is they'll lay around and they will snore, and a lot of snoring. That's dogs snoring. Crazy. That is nuts. And they also, when they're snoring, they will often fart, and it is just absolutely horrible when they fart. And I tried to retaliate against them, so and I couldn't. I would try to keep a straight face. So here we go. Give a listen to this. I couldn't keep a straight face. And they just looked at me, and you know what they did? Moved closer to my ass and sniffed it. Because that's what dogs do. They just like it. So I gave it another shot. Here's another one. Fired back. Didn't help. No. They just laid there and kept snoring. They did not give a shit. So here's a good one. This is very aggravating. Bone chewing. Yeah. Goes on sometimes for hours. Sound like fucking gremlins, don't they? Oh my God. It's insane. Let me see if there's any more I can play for you. Check this one out. Couple of them morphing into each other right there. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe this one. This is licking. This is literally one dog licking the other dog's face. And he will lick the entire face. Let me do this one. I want to see if this one's any better. That's good stuff, isn't it? I also want to say that there is not any peanut butter in the house at all. Just to be perfectly honest with you, 100%. There is no peanut butter on the premise. So, well, I'm not being able to reach those there, but anyhow, that's what it's going on. I think they actually they really could they could make a movie about that, about my time with these dogs. It just drives me insane. But anyhow, I've got a loogie or something in my throat. I need to hawk it up. So I think I'm going to take a quick break here and play a little music for you, and I will come back and we'll have more good stuff. Audio Cops is coming up. Here we go. Some jams. Oh, that was pretty, wasn't it? Nice little musical interlude to give me a breather. I left the studio and I hocked my loogie right into the toilet and was able to come back silently while that music played. That was really pretty. And I want to tell you, you know what that was? That was an original piece of music, and that was produced by my producer, Tony Bradley, who is sitting across the room. And believe it or not, he played that live. And I'm getting a high five. Go ahead, Tony. Stand up. Stand up. Give a bow. And he's giving a bow. No, shh. Tony, no speaking. No talking. Not going to use your words. No. What's the matter? Does that make you angry with my fingers on your lips? Just no talking. This is Mitch. Okay. This is Mitch's Fake Radio. Only my voice. But thank you very much. It was a crazy idea I had last night. I said, Tony, what if you play live music when I need a break? And he said, yeah, I could probably do something for you. And I knew he would step up to the challenge and do it for me. So that was cool. I had no idea what he'd do, if he was going to play electric or if he was going to play bass or if he'd have, some sort of accompaniment or something, but he just played some beautiful acoustic guitar. So thank you, Tony. That was awesome. Mitch's Fake Radio, episode number 7, still rolling. Brand new feature. So excited about this. I found this on the internet. It's a low-cost program for me to be able to carry on the show. Hopefully it will be reoccurring and we'll get more episodes for you. But please give a listen. This is called Audio Cops. It's just like Cops on TV, but for fake radio. So here we go with our first episode of Audio Cops.
Now put your hands on the steering wheel where I could see them.
Yeah, wait a minute, man. I didn't do nothing wrong, man.
I'm just doing my job, sir.
And you're a stupid cop, man.
Audio Cops is recorded on location as it happens. All suspects are considered innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Getting my shift here. Gonna get going. I never know what I'm gonna run into out here on patrol. Just gotta keep my eyes open, keep a lookout. Glad I've got my partner. Justice, my canine unit partner. He's a good partner. He's got my back in most situations. Although he's been very tired lately. Got into a couple of the drug seizures that we've had. He gets into the confiscated evidence and he thinks they're dog treats and winds up eating them, and it's not always the best. It doesn't have the same effect on dogs as it does on humans, so he just winds up getting very tired. So you never know what I'm going to run into out here. Got a blue SUV up ahead. It's been speeding up and slowing down, driving very erratically. I think I'm going to pull in over here, get them to pull over and have a talk with them, find out what the deal is. See if they're possibly driving under the influence or maybe texting or something. I always appreciate it when people pull off the road, if they would. Eventually pull over. Right. Oh, speeding up a little bit. Oh, looks like he's just trying to make that light. Then maybe he's going to pull over for me. There he goes. Pull up here and take a look. take a look over here and see what's going on. Yes, sir. You're driving very erratically. You're speeding up, slowing down.
I'm driving fine,
You're swerving back there. I'm going to need you to
No, I wasn't. I'm driving
step out of the car, sir.
What a hassle. So,
Thank you. Want to put your hands out to your sides, straight out,
I want
like you're flying. Have you been flying, sir?
No, man.
Okay.
No.
I want you to touch your nose with your right index finger on your right hand.
Yeah.
It's good. Now your left. It's good. Can you stand on one foot, sir?
Watch this.
Whoop. I guess not. Okay. Can you walk on this line right here, sir?
What line?
Heel to toe, right there.
Whoa.
2 steps, not bad. Sir, I'm going to have you perform a breathalyzer.
Oh, man.
I know. I'm sorry, sir, but I think you may have been drinking. I'm going to have you perform a breathalyzer here.
What?
Blow on this real hard. Harder, sir. I'm going to need you to blow real hard, sir. Blow. Blow. Sir. Sir, are you okay? Sir. 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 Get up. Wait. This idiot passed out. Pretty sure I've got a Subway coupon in here. It's about time for lunch. Going to get a foot long for the price of a 6-inch on that Asiago cheeseburger. That's really good. When I'm done, I'll drive back by, see if that guy got up off the ground, and if he didn't, guess I'll have to call somebody.
Audio Cops was recorded live with the officers of law enforcement. Listen for future episodes of Audio Cops. Coming to theaters this Christmas from the director of the smash hit films Woof Woof and Where's Your Ball comes the tale of Mickey, who thought he was picking up the easy side job of dog sitting. Hey, calm down now. 3 Boston Terriers. But Mickey soon found out he bit off more than he can chew. Oh, no, not the footsteps. I can't handle the footsteps. They're driving me bonkers. Hasn't this homeowner ever heard of carpet? Sometimes they're good dogs. Listen to that. Silence. Oh, come on, not the bone chewing. Come on, stop it. Stop it. This dog sitting job was no walk in the park. Now I just need a little quiet so I can read my book. Oh, no, not the licking. Stop with the licking already. Yes, get out of my mouth. Maybe the dogs and Mickey just need a little sleep. Yeah, peace and quiet. If I can get a little bit of sleep here. Oh, no. You're snoring, too? It's like sleeping with the Three Stooges. But Mickey figures if you can't beat him, join him. You like that? Now, let me get in your ear. Oh, there's more to where that came from. Don't miss 3 Dogs, 1 Dope. In theaters this Christmas. The whole family will eat this movie up. You'll learn why dog is man's best friend. 3 Dogs, 1 Dope. Rated G. If you like listening to Mitch's Fake Radio, you should try the Don't Make This Weird podcast, airing Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Strange Friends Media. Don't Make This Weird has great hosts, like Heather.
Your mom said it was a pretty song, but now she's sad.
And Tony.
I have not had my own room in 20 years.
And Chris.
He's fucking amazing.
And really cool guests.
Probably some pedal steel, maybe some cello, stuff like that.
It's the Don't Make This Weird podcast.
Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Strange Friends Media.
Oh, good stuff. Hey, I like the audio cops. That was fun, huh? Yeah, I hope that we can get more episodes of that. Have them download that to us so we can get another one on next month. More audio cops. So this is going really well. Gosh, we're getting really close to the end of the show, and I wanted to. I guess what we'll have to do is probably bump the voiceovers from 1996. We'll do that in the next show, probably next month, because right now we only have about 5 minutes left. And we got another sponsor. We have a live read that I have to do. And this is for a product that it depends on how many orders they get is how I'll get paid for this. But it's a live read. It's a 60-second live read. So I'm just going to jump into it. Here we go. Do you find yourself at a loss looking for the right utensil? Do you wish you could easily scoop food such as applesauce, cereal, oatmeal, or soup without all the hassles of using a spatula? Who the fuck uses a spatula to scoop soup? Well, you can now with this new item from Faco. It's called a spoon. That's a spoon. AHSPOON. Now you can use a spoon. You'll never have to test chili with a shish kebab skewer ever again. Who would use a shish kebab skewer? You put an eye out with that. Use a spoon instead. That's right. A spoon is made of 100% stainless steel. Its super sturdy construction makes it safe and easy to use in and out of the kitchen. A spoon features a 4-inch straight handle for easy gripping and a specially designed 2-inch by 1 1¼ inch curved cradling end for scooping food or tasting chili. This chili needs salt. Do you need to scrape the guts out of a squash or cantaloupe or fish? Try a spoon. You'll love its versatility. A spoon fits perfectly in your silverware drawer or right in your pocket or glove box for the consumer on the go. Never know when you have to test more chili. This chili needs more chili powder and onion. Pretty fucking picky chili eater we've got here using a spoon. If you want to order a spoon, call 1-800-A-SPOON to get yours. That's 1-800-A-SPOON or click getaspoon.com. A spoon is only $19.99 plus $3.99 for shipping and handling. If you order right now, a special offer for Mitch's Fake Radio listeners only. Use promo code Mitch and get a second spoon absolutely free. It's a BOGO on a spoon. Not to be confused with a booger on a spoon. Enter promo code Mitch, that's MITCH, to get your second spoon free. You'll love the way they fit together perfectly in your silverware drawer or glove box. I already mentioned glove box. Get a spoon. Getaspoon.com. Enter promo code Mitch or call 1-800-A-SPOON. That's 1-800-247-7666. It's like fucking silverware commercial from hell. Oh my God. Oh, geez. We're pretty close here. I think I got time to do my quote. I'm going to wrap up this episode 7 of Mitch's Fake Radio with a quote. And the quote is, floss every day. If the shit that comes out smells like shit, you're doing it right. Thanks for listening to Mitch's Fake Radio.